Hello, good evening, everybody. I am Casey, and I am the dungeon master for this stream called Xianxia DnD. Now, Xianxia DnD is our research and development platform, test bed and test game for our rule set, our homebrew rule set for Xianxia, adapting the Xianxia genre to D&D 5e. I'm gonna pass on to the players to do a quick introduction of themselves and to recap what happened on the last session. Um, then I will take back control of the mic. Rich, you can start first, and then followed by Shao, then followed by Nick.
Sure. Hi everyone. My name is Richard. I'm playing Elven Bladesinger, Wizard of level 3. His background is one of an orphan, and he was adopted by his master Bai Mei from the Wudang clan. So Wudang is one of the 5 well-known sword schools in ancient China, and it's currently Song Yifan, my character's name, is out on a mission to the 10,000 Swords Manor, and we have rescued the last heir and heading to now resting in the inn near the 10,000 Manor.
Well, you're resting in the
Over.
inn because you missed the last session.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so Shao, maybe you want to take over and give us a quick recap while we're at it.
Okay, sure. So I'll start with the session recap before going to character, so it's a bit easier for me and Nick to jump in. So what happened is, like as Richard had said earlier, we were dealing with all kinds of intrigue in the martial arts world, which is in this case the MacGuffin, so to speak, had been this young child, a Wood Genasi child, who was a bit of a forbidden child, not because of any fault of the child, but because of the striving and desires of the martial world. So anyway, this young child, and everyone's looking for this child. We've been trying to keep information about this child to down low, but it's not succeeding because we weren't the only people looking for the child. So anyway, as fate would have it, or the desires of mortal men, whichever you prefer, we were resting in this inn that was kind enough to show us hospitality. And the young child of the 10,000 Swords Manor, the Wood Genasi, had his first socialization with peers that were generally, they looked and shaped like him for a long time. I mean, he had beasts and immortals in the forest to grow up with, but he didn't really have any kinship. Anyway, so he made friends with people at the inn, and he was resting with the other people in the inn, the children at the inn, and that was emotionally and psychologically more healthy for the young fella. And of course, in the middle of the night, we got beset upon by members of what we suspect to be the Brocade Guard, Imperial Assassins, basically, for Ming, popularized created in the Ming Dynasty, but within our Xianxia world, it's a trope enough that it can exist anywhere where there's imperial corruption, which is anytime. So this fellow showed up and put a knife over to our throats. Amazingly, that did not go very well with Amu, which is Nick's character, and so we escalated into applying our fists very, very practically to their faces. And we managed to fight them off. By the middle of this battle, a three-way battle emerged because shadowy demon assassin things came to attack both of us, seeking the child as well. In the grand fracas, we managed to come out ahead. Our would-be assailants disappeared. The mortal ones, the shadow ones, also disappeared. We ran out. Alas, Yifan, Song Yifan was laid low by a treacherous, one of the treacherous demons. We fought the other demons. They ran away, and we were able to trace that these demons sap life force, drain vitality with their touch. They were shadowy beings, and there were red threads, very faint red threads that connected them along the sound of flute music that seemed to guide them away to a cave. And that's where we ended up. Like both Amu and me were badly injured after our battles, after our exertions. Yifan was in no shape to continue, and so the innkeeper said, alas, his child has gone missing. So it turned out that the shadows had stolen the Wood Genasi child, whom they thought the description matched that, but actually the Wood Genasi child had been. There was a case of mistaken identity. Long story short, everybody thought the MacGuffin child was a dwarf, and so they kidnapped the dwarf child, but they left the Wood Genasi child behind. So now we're running over to try to save this child, and Yifan has been left in the care of the inn while both of us, me and Amu, went over on a wagon from the provided by innkeeper to follow the trail and the directions, sniff over to an apparent temple of the goddess of mercy, Guanyin, the Buddhist bodhisattva of mercy. When we got there to the temple compound, there were some amusing discussions between Amu and my monk about temples and miracles of childbirth that occur when people go to temples to pray, which left Amu with a steel is heavier than feathers moment. And when we got there, it turned out that the temple wasn't probably a temple to the goddess of mercy. Amu accidentally broke a piece of the temple's arms, of the shrine's statue's arms, and I kind of prodded further. After all the offerings and everything were removed, it turned out that this was actually a shrine to an Ashura, one of the demigod semi-devils that live in heaven and strive for supremacy against the devas. So usually bad news. People who pray to them usually have some kind of point to prove, have great burning ambition, or have been wronged. Neither that, none of which are usually linked to mercy or compassion in any way. So we prodded further, and we found a secret underground cavern. We went and descended into this terrible dungeon where we found dead bodies, and they look like they've been recently slain and sacrificed and drained of all life force and blood. And it turns out that underneath the temple was another temple, some kind of sacrificial pit where a blood demon holds sway. And this blood demon seems to know us and knows our techniques, seems to be able to thinks that we are playing some kind of intrigue game when we're just a bunch of people like me. I don't know anything. I'm just moving here because I'm saving a kid, and we're trying to save the dwarven kid who's being sacrificed. The demon tries to make broker deal with us, give him the proper child, and with life force, he probably wants to get reincarnated into living form. But we didn't make the deal, and we decided to jump down and punch him. But he's incorporeal and a rather savvy customer. He summons the shadowy demons to fight us, and that's where we left off in a grand melee. And so that's the session recap of last session. And personal introduction, should I still continue?
I think it's okay if Shao plays an Genasi monk of Persian descent called
Cang Tian,
it's called Cang Tian, and he also occasionally runs odd errands for
the government.
So here's just a quick intro from Longmu, Nick's player Longmu, and then I can go and explain what all of this is about right now. Nick, yep.
Okay, so I'm Nick. Hi. I play a character who goes by the name of Amu in this party. It's not his real name. It's a simplified misnomer of his actual name, and he grew up as an orphan that was raised by a tea house owner, but he was learning martial arts on the sly from some random hermit that lives in the outskirts of town. Amu doesn't really understand the source of his martial arts and doesn't know very much about his actual family, but all this seems to be coming to light in this campaign. What he does know now is that his fighting style is very similar to the Brocade guards, who are essentially the secret service of the emperor, and so he's assuming that the hermit that taught him was with the Brocade guard, and mechanically, Amu is a paladin, so he's always had a little bit of a divine sense, sixth sense thing, and so now he's on this adventure. He's fleeing some form of imperial retribution because imperial forces had burned down the tea house that he had grown up in and killed the guardian that took care of him. So now he's on the road. He's met up with Cang Tian and Yifan, and yeah, Shao has pretty much covered everything else to this one point where we are facing down some blood demon thing. And yeah, I'll take it away in case.
Okay, so just a few announcements before we start, right? One of our viewers, Barrock1911, is running a charity weekend. Go to her stream and check her out. She's going to be giving out some nice giveaway. She's like super excited about it. So if you can go and support her over the weekend, go support her over the weekend. Second thing is that we also want to thank our friends from T4C for guest hosting our dear Cang Tian over the last 3 weeks. Cang Tian and I have been having nice conversations about Shao and I rather have been having nice conversations about CIA operatives and tradecraft as a result. Yeah. So anyway, any more announcements before we start? Because today we're going to start this a little bit differently. Normally I start this in a kind of an episodic format, but because Richard was absent from the last session, I'm going to try and capture him up and use that as the recap. So if nothing else, then we will start the episode. Okay. Now, Yifan, you wake up to the smell of jasmine and chrysanthemum. It is rich in the air, cloying, and you feel branches poking against your ribs and the back of your belly and things like that, and you feel like you've been sleeping in a bush. You open your eyes, and a certain sentient ginseng plant is staring you in the face. And he's like, "Oh, great, you're finally awake. Thank God. You need to go find your friends. They are in grave danger." Oh, yeah, right. You got hit by a shadow demon. We've done everything we can to staunch the flow of negative chi, and I think you should have recovered, but try to take care of yourself the next time round, alright? It's not easy trying to reverse the flow of the negative chi in your body once you get hit. But yeah, your friends are in great trouble, so if you could just, get up and go and help them, that would be great.
And you?
I'll be with you, of course, but I'm not I'm a lover, not a fighter, right? So I can't exactly help you out here. Look, underneath the Guan Yin temple, right? There is something in there that has been trapped in there for a very, very long time. It is nasty to say the least. It is a perversion of nature, and it's very, very dangerous. I don't think your friends appreciate how dangerous he really is. We need to get there fast. I have a way of getting there, but I'm gonna need your help to not die.
Well, I look at myself, try to look at my whole body. Is there like any open wounds?
No open wounds. Your chest is aching. The chest and sternum of your area is aching. You recall being hit in the sternum area with a shadowy palm, and you can kind of just barely see the outprint of the palm if you check. But it's
I do a quick in-see to see whether the flow of chi is still it is not disrupted.
It's okay.
Okay.
For people who don't understand what that Chinese phrase was, 运气 is the phrase that Chinese martial artists say to kind of circulate that qi around their body. And if there's obstructed, right, it usually means that they've suffered some kind of internal injury. So yeah, you circulate the qi, it's okay. You've had better days, but you've also had worse days.
Okay. I get up and say, "Oh, I'm fine now. Bai Chao Xian, show me the way."
He
Down,
whistles.
down,
He puts
down.
2 tendrils into his little wrinkle that passes for a mouth, right? Because ginseng roots all look like they have a little bit of a wrinkle, right? So he puts his 2 tendrils in there and he gives a whistle. You have no idea how he does it because he probably doesn't have lungs, but he does it anyway. Whistles, wee wee, and a very familiar, but heavily pregnant-looking large wolf with a spirit crystal on his forehead comes bounding out, and he looks at you. He looks at Bai Chao Xian, and he does his famous look, cock head to one side.
I was like, so he's the one's going to take us there?
He knows ways in this forest. There is a hidden entrance and a long unused gateway by which we can access the bottom of this temple where your friends are probably at already.
Okay.
But be prepared for a fight.
I believe I am. Just a quick check on spell availability.
You have a full rest. You have everything.
Full rest, right? Okay.
All right. So
Yeah. So just
you
the wolf.
you grab your ginseng buddy. You put him onto your backpack. You swing onto the back of Coco, right? And you start feeling a sense of vertigo almost as the spirit wolf starts bounding through the forest. And it starts bounding, and in your heightened sense of urgency, right, you see him run through trees. And then just for a brief instant, you swear you see a desert. And then through icy plains. And then through what looks like a darkness of space where stars are flying about you. And as she's running and running and running, you see plains, you see animals that you've not seen before, but only for just the barest instant. They are like flashes of half-remembered glimpses in your subconscious as you run and run and run, and you suddenly enter a large cavern. This is you, by the way. Just so you can. Yeah, this is you, and I need something for Bai Chao Xian. So let me see if I can find a plant token. I can. Okay, maybe not a plant token. I'll just use a goblin. I like goblins. Yes, I hope Sheena is here to hear that. I love goblins. Okay, and with that, Rich, can you do me a favor and roll for initiative? Because you're in the middle of a fight right now. Okay? Did any of you record the initiative from the previous session? Because I can actually check it up. Actually, I can. I'll check it up, don't worry.
Okay, my initiative is 23.
Okay, Rich, you're top of the round. Or rather, Song Yifan is at top of the round. And then Shao is next, right?
Do you want me to roll for coffee as well?
No, you go at your turn.
Coffee will go at my
Yeah,
turn.
because I'm already having too many things to track.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, then 21 is Shao, and then Shadow 1. No, Blood Demon. Was at. Then after that, shadows. Okay, so top of the round. This is what you see. The cavern looks like it's dripping blood, and it's making the floor feel very, very sticky. You see just around the corner, right, from where you are, just arcs of lightning where it happens, and you recognize even through the occasional blast of light and what have you, right, that you actually see your friends in the corner, and they seem to be fighting what look like three shadowy translucent figures, right?
Okay. How far are they away from me?
Let me check.
Roughly, maybe.
50 feet. This guy is about 50 feet. This guy would be about about 60 feet. So 50 to 60 feet, thereabouts.
Okay. If it's 50 to 60 feet, what I would do is, I will take a bonus action to activate my blade sound.
Okay.
And I will take the stealth action to sneak up behind them.
Okay, you can, but you can only move half movement maximum. Otherwise,
or 20 feet.
Okay, so you want to
That's
move 20 feet and try to sneak up behind them.
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5. No, 4. Yeah, this is as close as you get. You want to get that close to the lightning, or you want to try to like bypass it?
Bypass it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Why is my... Okay, got it. Done. And Bai Cao Xian. Stop it. Okay. Bai Cao Xian needs to make a roll as well. I just realized that he has not made. Okay. He goes after Shao, but before the... Okay, so what is your passive perception, Shao? What is Cang Tian's passive perception? Sorry.
14.
14. Your stealth. What's your stealth? Make a
passive stealth.
No, not yours. Yifan's passive stealth.
Passive stealth or stealth roll?
Oh, your stealth roll. Oh, okay. You don't see Yifan.
Yeah. I don't think I see.
Yeah. Okay. So Cang Tian, you are here. This guy had the blood demon apparently had just launched some kind of magical effect on your friend Long Mu, but you can't quite tell whether it took effect or not.
Okay, so when I launched the... Yeah, you saved, right, last session?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I launched my my fire energy enhanced projectile as a lightning orb, right? Did it do any damage? Like, did it chip anything on you?
With a cursory look, you can't really tell.
Okay.
You think it did something, but you're not quite sure what that thing is. Okay,
sure, got it. Then I think like does it look annoyed or amused that I tried to throw the thing at it?
He does not. Okay, first of all, it's really hard to read Dementator's expression, if you catch what I'm trying to say. I mean, you could spend your action trying to make an insight check. I'm totally down with that.
It's okay. Yeah, like basically, it's like it's quite hard to tell with all the ambient light as well. What's the darkness and light area of the room?
Okay, so you have, okay, these things are giving off 20 feet of light. So I think it's reflected in the thing. You guys have 10 feet of normal light and 10 feet of dim light. So you guys, if you're in melee, you should be okay. And I've ignited all the torches. And there's also what looks like a fire that's burning in the background. I don't know whether you guys see this or not.
Sorry, I lost you for the last one.
Do you see this row of fire?
Okay, got it.
As well, it's glowing.
Yeah.
So there's
I do.
And these crystals also give off ambient light. So it's not exactly well lit, but it's not exactly dim either.
Got it. Then I'm engaged with the creature right now, right? Oh no, the creature ran over.
No, the creature went down into the ground.
Okay.
Incorporeal came up again and basically he used his move action without disengaging, taking advantage of his incorporeality to try and enhance his maneuverability.
Correct. What's this Cang Tian basically kind of holds his hands up, expanding his chest, and basically draws out his staff. And the staff basically this time looks a little bit different because there's what looks like strands of wisps of things on the side. There looks like fabric on the side, right? And he moves one square forward.
Towards which one? The blood demon, which looks like a ghost here, or the other two shadows? Which one?
No, I'm going to leap towards. You see where the fire is, and there's a body there.
Yep.
Yeah. Then, the first rule of tactics is, don't play according to their rules, you want something more. So I'm going to basically focus my energy, and you see there's a corner of the wall there where the stairs are, right? Can I use my staff and put down on the ground, and also kind of in a very theatrical voice, basically assuming one of the stances of the monkey general upsetting heaven, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I basically sing-song voice out over to Amu. It says this Lao Gui, right? This old ghost, right? Likes to travel around the floor, move around in a way that makes it inconvenient for him. Then I stand myself onto the staff, right? So now I'm 5 feet above. Then I kind of run over and I try to position around to where the body is. Do I have to take any OAs from anyone?
You may need to take an AOP from this guy.
This wraith, lah.
Yeah, the wraith that's coming on the nearer the fire. I just realized you can't see my pointer, but I will kind of lift him up and drop him.
Okay.
So you can see him. Okay.
So, is it possible for me to do use acrobatics to do a wall run along the side so that I can't ignore him entirely?
1, 2, 3.
Because there's a wall.
You will trigger an AOP from the blood demon if you do so. So if you run along the wall, you will do that, and if you run along here, and then if you run here or just directly at the shadow, you trigger the AOP from the shadow. And if you run here, you will basically risk whatever you want to risk from the lightning orbs here, lah.
It's okay. I will actually run through them and spend a bonus action to do a flurry of blows. As a drunken monk, when I flurry, I also get the disadvantage.
Yes. Okay.
So I kind of put the staff down, and then in the monkey stance, right, tap, 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 and it creates a bit of a dust cloud. As I run through, I basically kind of sweep through all of them, and in a bit of a taunting manner, right, as they sweep through. They can't OA me, so they won't use a reaction, but it's just to taunt them. And I want to get over to where the fires and the body is.
Okay, you don't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you use your bonus, if you flurry, you will be just short of this. If you use your Qinggong, if you use your Lightfoot technique, you will reach the fire. But that means that you can't flurry.
My speed is 40 feet though.
Oh yes, you're right, because you're a monk. Yes, you reached there just. You just reached in front of the fire. Okay?
Okay.
So you're attacking to be clear, you're attacking the lightning orbs.
No, I'm not attacking the lightning. I'm left to get to where the body. You see, there's a corpse and the line of fires, right? That's what looks like a sarcophagus.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
you cannot get there unless you cross the fire.
Okay, so the fires are 5 feet high or 10 feet high?
The fires actually... Okay, so sorry to let you have the view again. The fires are not 5 feet high. I just put them down here. They actually cross all the way up to the ceiling. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry, because limited SFX budget.
I understand. So basically, would it be a reflex save or dexterity save to get through, or is it acrobatics? And then
You don't know until you try the cross.
Okay.
So you
got it.
commit to
Then
that.
in the case,
You commit to the action.
I
You're
will-
going down here. You're whacking the shadow for three attacks.
I'm not attacking the shadows. I'm going to basically be using my action to basically. Can I know this sounds really lame, but may I basically attack the fire? This sounds really lame, but then with my staff, right, the iron shoot staff, right, I like to basically strike at the flames, right, and I like to see what effects they have. So I like to roll the first attack on one of the fires.
Okay, but then you will proc your AOP on this. Okay, sorry about the rules discussion now. So
No, but
Because
I'm disengaging as well.
because your disengage cannot be applied retrospectively. You need to trigger your flurry. You need to trigger
No,
your.
I'm flurrying. I'm flurrying the fire. I'm actually using my.
Oh, okay, I
actions.
see. So
Yeah.
I will.
I'm taking the price of admission.
Okay. 5,
Okay. So
10, 15.
does the fire go out? Or does
25.
it,
Okay, so you're here and you
Mhm.
basically jump onto your staff doing the monkey god
Yeah.
technique, right? Where you
Right, yeah.
and you just pounce and you just drop down and you roll forward in a crazy broken gate fashion, right? That utterly confuses the shadow and as well as the blood demon, right, all around you. You get blood all over your body as you're rolling and diving into the shadow. But you come up and as you roll up, you kick yourself up and you pull your body back and slam down against the fire. Please, your attack is used up. Please make me a reflex save.
Deck save, you mean?
A dex save.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay.
It was a reflex to call for reflex save.
It's like no, if I
Okay,
if I
the fire seems to burst out as you strike out against it, right? And it singes you just very, very lightly.
okay,
Singes
sure.
you. Take a point of damage. Fire.
Okay. And then I kind of like, okay, this is normal
You've
fire.
got 2 more.
Yeah, then I use my item interaction action. I pull out basically.
You've already used your attack. That's your initial attack. Are you?
Okay, can I because I don't want to make all that at the same time, right? Can I interrupt the animation to do something like interaction and then continue attacks?
You can, but you don't have the action. Don't you have?
Oh,
sorry, you were using your bonus attack to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm using the object interact. So I'm basically going to pour some oil onto the fire. Is it possible?
Sure. This fire down here becomes an even bigger fire. Please make me a reflex save.
Okay, sure.
Dex save.
Dex save. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, that works. Take another point of damage as the fire burns and blows. Gets bigger. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I get to add a fire. Okay.
And my last 2 attacks, I'm going to kind of like understanding how the fire works. Basically, I'm going to basically strike at the flames and kind of like try to stoke the flames of the fire to basically make them even brighter.
Okay. Yeah, they're growing. The areas, the fire is spreading. It's definitely spreading.
Okay, got it. Then I look over the blood demon. It's like, and I smile and I say, "Your move," and I'm done.
Okay. He screams and okay. That was an interesting interaction. Not entirely sure if it. Yeah.
Remember, number 1 rule is that if someone is fighting at home, like hometown advantage, burn the fucking house down. You want to fight gangster? Let's go gangster.
Yeah. Fight gangster must be gangster. It's right. Like I have no fireball. Never mind. I got oil. I go and use torch and oil to go. Yeah.
Like I look at Amu, then I like, look, okay, I'm not sparing anyone face. Hopefully Amu feels more confident.
Bai Chao Xian is he is moving. He's moving, and he's.
Is he a goblin?
He's the closest thing I can get to a sentient ginseng spirit. You know, it's like Talespire does not even have does not even have like Chinese models. It has a goblin. It does not have sentient ginseng spirit. And believe me, I searched. Okay, so no sentient ginseng spirit. We are using a goblin. Okay.
Yeah.
But I still think it's very pretty. Anyway, he whispers to you. His interactions like, "What do we do? What do we do?" Yifan.
We try to surprise the. I would try to surprise the blood demon. Do you see the dwarven child?
Yeah, he's right. He's right there. He's right here.
Okay. You want to try to get the dwarven child out of the way while I distract them?
Okay, I'll try. He makes a.
I don't know. No.
He makes a
Be
knowledge.
careful of the lightning.
He makes a knowledge nature roll. He goes, "Oh shit," and that's all he can do because that's the free action. Done.
Damn.
Cliffhanger.
Run out of time. Blood demon goes, hisses, he snarls. He is open. So because I got effect, because special effects must use my. Okay, he's floating in the mid. He's floating in midair. Okay, and he floats. He starts floating, and he travels 1, 3, 6 next to you. He passes through the wall as he does, and he reaches out and strikes the you with as he hisses on anger and says, "Ethan, die!"
Then I smile and they say, "What's the use of life force when you don't even have a body, demon?" Then I look over at the corpse. Then I say, "All things pass in time." Yeah, I'm kind of like trying to buy time for Nick to slowly destroy one shadow and another shadow. It's like
okay, I mean, I get the tactical implications, but wow, you're very brave, leh. Okay.
Yeah, what to do?
Okay.
Even when last session, now today is my turn to go. Protect him because the main damage source is actually Nick, so we must protect the Nick.
Okay. Yeah. As he swirls through the air, kind of like a dementator, right? He flies towards you and swirls around, and you barely see him coming out from the corner of your head, the corner of your sight, right? You spin around and you reach out and just manage to catch. He just manages to catch you, and tear your shoulder. No blood comes out, but you feel in your head just a keening sound, like somebody just went next to your ear and just started like singing very, very badly the night aria, right? And it hurts you. It hurts your brain. Take 11 psychic damage.
Sure, 11.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. These guys are. This thing is not funny. That's why when last session when Long Mu and Cang Tian, right, decided that let's go and go dynamic, please. I was like, okay. If you really want to, I mean, I guess I could. Okay.
You see, because we are both warriors of virtue, and because in this world reincarnation works, so it doesn't matter how many of us you kill, we will come back over and over again.
Yeah.
You are not fighting us, you're fighting the grand will of the universe.
No, it's like it's a very Chinese thing, right? It's like you kill one of me, there are 10,000 more of me.
As long as virtue exists, you will ruling.
Yes, we will mill you down 1 hit point at a time. Okay. Okay.
No, we'll mill you down level 1 at a time.
Yes. Okay. Hey, Long Mu, it's your turn.
Okay. So Cang Tian obviously has the Blood Demon's attention.
Yeah, hell yeah, he has his attention.
I use my bonus action to ignite my sword into its glowy mode using
Metaforming power.
No, Searing Smite, I think.
Wow, Searing Smite is so cool.
no, using Divine Favor.
Oh, wow, even better.
Okay.
The bonus. Wow,
So that's
cool.
my bonus action, and I'm going to roll towards the middle shadow.
You roll. Sorry.
I do a forward roll towards the middle shadow and lunge at it with my sword.
Can he get flanking from me?
I'm sorry?
Can you get flanking from me?
No.
Because I put myself in a position.
No. You're not. Just to show you the adjustment, right? You're actually a little bit away from it. Yeah.
Yeah. The ghost is there.
The ghost is there, yeah.
Yeah, wrong
I'm
square.
limited to one bonus action, right?
Yes, you are limited to one bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll try to take out this one first and see how it goes.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna like all good Chinese martial arts shows, I'm just gonna rising tide and declare the move as I do it.
Yes.
Rising tide, may you go to the. Sorry, no. I'm being a bit silly. You drive your blade forward with your battle sleeve reaching out in front of you as you are taught with your cover, right? And just at the last moment, you yell out, 临兵斗者.
I might have missed though. I'm only rolling 8.
You only rolled an 8. As your blade drives forward, it barely misses the shadow. As the shadow goes, whoa, as he nopes the way out of there. Okay.
Not the best start to the night, but sure.
Not the best start to the night. Okay, shadows move. Shadow 1 comes here and flanks you and has an advantage for the flank. Let me double check what the bonus is.
Thanks for the memories.
Yeah, you guys are pretty.
It's just so they come out and save the day. It looks cool.
Amu. It's a crit.
20 is the hit.
Yeah, 20 is a crit.
A crit.
鸡蛋糕.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Yeah,
gonna. It really looks like it's one of those nights. Take 22 points of damage.
Ow.
And-
shit.
Ow.
Okay, so this is the effect. Reduce your natural strength by 3. Your iron body parry up wards you against the drain, but your natural strength, if your natural strength still drops to 0, you will still die.
So it's good for you to pump strength at the charge end, is it?
Yeah. So
I guess
there was some effect for you, lah. I mean, at least you're not gonna die from 4 strikes. You're gonna die from 5 maybe. Okay.
I mean, strength 19 is
From-
I keep setting the strength 19
as you
right,
dive-
but then the natural drop.
As you dive forward, right, with your sword blazing and the other shadow just diving and wisping out of the way at the same time, right? You feel a deep a pain, a searing pain, deep in the spinal, the spine liver area, right? And as something grabs you and you feel a chill just push itself into your chi stream, and it's like you feel your strength being sapped away, but no, your parry up just pushes your strength up again. You feel okay, but a few more like this will probably kill you. Second attack from the other shadow. I really hope you don't die today. Okay, that hits, but it's not critical.
Can you tune down your luck?
Tune down my what?
Your luck for today.
Don't know lah, 提供保庇, I got nothing to say also. Okay, now, anyway, you feel another chill hit you. This one is a glancing blow. It's basically the guy taking advantage of the heinous strike from behind from his friend. You reduce another 4 points of strength. So your natural strength is down to 8.
Okay.
Okay, and you feel your strength just being sapped from you. But I'm sorry, you take 7 points of damage and you take 4 points of strength damage. The previous guy, you took 22 points of hit point damage and 3 points of strength damage.
I'm down to 1.
Well done. Ultraman in the first round.
Like the nature of crits.
The nature of crits, it is what it is. Okay, top of the round, Yifan. You see your friends engaged in an epic battle.
Okay, the shadow that is behind Amu, right? How far it is to get a flanking position there?
It depends.
30 feet?
It depends on whether you are willing to jump
I'm
through the 4 kind of like electrical rods up here,
okay.
or whether you want to go around.
Direct route is
Direct route is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 feet maybe.
okay. Direct route. You see Yifan stop, stand still, and write 2 characters in the air.
Oh, well
Today.
done. I know what you're doing.
Ooh. Then, which is lightning step. For my bonus action, I will misty step to the flanking position. And then for my action, which will be booming blade, and hit the shadow.
Okay. With your left hand, you trace out the character Lei, thunder, as you stab your sword forward in the Wudang wave sword fashion. Make a roll.
That's a 22 hit.
Yes, a 22 very definitely hits.
1d8 plus 3.
You're
10
using
points of damage.
You're using the sword of the. You're using the sword of the.
10 piercing damage. Yeah.
Sword of the wedding dress, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Magic
It's a +1.
Yeah, we're budget.
Your blade just pierces as if and what looks like shadowy blood oozes out from the shadow that you've stabbed.
And I shout at Bai Zhaoxian, go heal Amu.
All right. Shao, it's your turn first, though.
Okay, got it. And I definitely got the demon's attention, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay.
you do.
Got it.
You definitely
Alright.
have the demon's attention.
Then with I kind of hold the staff up and then twirl the staff 4 hands out, and then I begin to chant the Heart Sutra. Okay, Paya Paramita, emptiness is form is emptiness. Like no ear, no eye, no sound, and I begin to basically use the staff to kind of like as a chant track. I spend a key point to enter patient defense, as though the world around me is just emptiness, right? And I kind of like throw some of the leaves from the tea house earlier to protect me. And I say, what's this? Spirit of the tea house, protect your own child. Then I look over at the dwarf, protect me. Remove this blight upon the land.
Okay.
Then I throw some of the tea leaves away, noticing that the shadowy attacks, the psychic screaming, the necromantic energy will basically cause them to wither and whatnot. Then I kind of like use that my peripheral vision to set up for a stance. Then so my bonus action, that's my stunting my patient defense. My actual action is I'm making a calligraphy action using the flames and my staff to start writing in his or near the body of the fire there, right? Just spreading the fire to write the Sanskrit word for Om. the first basic word of creation inside there.
Sure.
And that should probably kind of like piss him off. I'm just setting up for a really long attack. So I'm just going to use my action to do a calligraphy
Sure,
roll.
make me a calligraphy roll. How often do you get a game where a player tries to roll calligraphy in the middle of a life and death battle.
This is because this is like an exalted character right now.
It
Like
is
you won.
well done.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Done.
your okay, two things happened, right? First things first, okay? You throw up the tea leaves, right? And you whirl your staff around in a pattern. And as the leaves cascade and fall, settle down, right? For a moment, just a moment, they form the Sanskrit words of the Heart Sutra around you as you chant it, right? Emptiness is form of emptiness. And it just suspends in the air for just a little longer than you otherwise would have expected. Take a supremacy for your defense roll, or the inevitable counter attack that will happen, lah. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Moralize goes on his grave. That's
Correct.
that's what we do.
And as you sweep around, right, the final word of creation on the flame body, right, it seems to flare just for a moment. You are not sure whether the light is playing tricks with you, but you are pretty sure that the light just flared up for just a moment. What is your passive percept?
My passive percent is 14.
Okay, good enough. You, for just a moment, right, you see that the blood is not really blood. It's just for a moment.
Water.
Just a very brief moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Bai
so-
Cao Xian's
Yeah, I'm done.
Bai Cao Xian's turn. Bai Cao Xian says, "I'm going to regret this." He misty steps too. Right,
Everyone got such high production budget.
right next to you. No.
That's me. I'm getting beaten up. That's our production budget.
No. You're the action star. You're the action star. The action star is the guy that does all the stunts, right? And then after that, yeah.
I'm actually the what's that? Huang Yan, is it the guy who plays Gui Jiaoqi?
Yes, correct. You fight yourself. Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, you fight himself. The guy who was stuntman for Jet Li, and Jet Li's opponent. He punched himself.
Yeah.
He punched himself for a living.
You know, he stunted for Jet Li and Donnie Yen and the same scene.
In the same scene in Warfare 2,
Yeah.
he punched and he punched himself.
Okay, take 7 hit points back, Nick.
So he nicked you 7.
Nick heal 7. Bai Cao Xian goes, I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. Demon. What should I do? Never mind, he will continue attacking you. I think that he's fairly enraged.
Fairly,
Fairly. A little bit. He's a little bit pissed off with you. Okay.
Little bit.
A little bit. But your positioning actually got good, got bad, lah, huh?
The bad is that I'm clustered by everyone. The good is that it's hard for him to come up unless you want to be set on fire. He can't flank easily, etc.
Exactly, and you've pinned him into position, which is actually not a mean feat, and it's a combination of psychology and positioning as well. So well done, actually.
Easy. You must do the now must cross class to cross class to Richard to 太极.
13. Does a 14 hit you with your
misses.
supremacy? Okay. You're enraged, right? He swings out wildly at you with large claw sweeps, right? And you realize that his strokes are getting wilder and wilder. Like he's trying desperately to get you out of the way or something before something happens. Okay? Longmu, it's your turn.
Standing in the middle there, I've got 1 and 2. Okay, so the one behind me, I'm gonna do a spin on the spot, weaving the rope, my sleeve around me, right? So it's like
So you're
like
twirling around, yeah.
yes, twirling around, and then using the sword, I'm going to backhand stab the one behind and divine smite.
So you're turning to reverse grip, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Push. Okay. Go for it. You don't have to declare Divine Strike during your roll, you know. You only declare it after you've hit. When you're making the damage roll.
23 hits.
23 hits. 23 hits.
And Divine Smite activates.
And now Divine Smite activates.
He takes 13 first.
Okay.
And
no, wait, hang on. At 13 with
This is
your
slashing damage.
Yes, I understand that. He dissipates, so save you a slot because you do get to you do get to see what happens before you activate the Divine Smite. I think.
Yeah, I do a bonus D4 radiant anyway, so I did want that.
Yeah, so yeah, he literally disappears into a cascade of bright sparks. Next in the round is the Shadow. Lonely Shadow here.
Yeah, I know.
Lonely Shadow is going to attack. And if he looks any less confident, he doesn't show any signs because that's a 23 and I'm pretty sure that hits.
Wow, way.
You're talking about what you're talking about luck, Nick?
Lang.
Radiant very heng.
You know what they say, right? 狼随起叫变公龟.
Hey. Oh.
So again, sorry for the benefit of people who didn't understand that particular dialect, is that if you're unlucky, even when you feed a bird, it will turn into a chicken.
I like the translation.
Okay.
Ouch.
13 points of damage.
I am down.
You are down. Okay. I can't prone you, so I just have to figure out how to. I'll just disable your torch. Okay. There you go. His light has gone out.
Oh no!
He's spent.
I'll sing the Andy Lau enlightenment song to him.
Okay, he's down, man. He's down.
Okay.
Down like Chinatown. Oh, let me roll his strength as well. Strength damage as well.
Let's see whether we will have another Jinyi Shadow.
My AC 18 is not doing very well today.
Take another 3 points of strength. So you've taken a total of 10. You have 5 points left.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the problem with it is that we needed to give Nick 1800 strength. 19 strength was not enough.
1800.
That
Oh,
would
that
be
was-
more powerful. I actually never got
I mean, you can do what the T4C crowd does, right? I do have Ang Hui in my house, you know. I'm just pointing out, you know. I'm just gonna say the T4C crowd has like been like my major like takers of my Ang Hui, you know. By the way,
You know that the Ang Hui, I don't know how you go to Ang Hui, the dice roller.
you just Ang Hui over your particular
screen,
Discord thing, lah. Okay. Anyway, top of the round, Song Yifan.
Okay. I am going to take over the position of
Wow, so brave, You're just going to step right up, Kilo.
Step right up.
Okay, I'm gonna move him slightly aside, lah. Right up here, right out in his face.
Right up there.
Okay,
Yes. Coffee, would you assist me?
sure. Coffee says, "Where's coffee?" Yeah, let me see if I can find coffee. Where's coffee? See, can find an owl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a quick bio break while I'm down.
Don't have no coffee. Hey, dude,
Never mind.
you got a healer in your party, you know. You can get back up, you know.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's just a pity.
It's not a healer, okay. It's actually a super ginseng healer. must not forget the adjectives.
The ginseng healer is awesome. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You roll. You roll advantage.
Yep. On my with my left hand, inscribe the lightning sigil.
Okay.
And I will attack him with booming blade.
You do the thing.
There you go.
Okay, you
I assume 22 hits.
22 hits.
You take. Oh wait, it should be a +4. Is it a +4? Yeah, it should be a +4.
You have a +1 from the. You have a +1 from the Sword of the Wedding Dress.
Yeah, +3 from my
Yeah.
dex.
Proficiency as well. So proficiency is 2 also. Don't forget that. So actually,
No.
Proficiency
No,
doesn't
my
add the
total is
damage.
+6.
I mean damage. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that it's a +4 to damage. So total 7 points.
Okay, yeah. Once again, the Sword of the Wedding Dress pierces into the body of the shadow like it's there, like it's actually physically present.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will be it. Ha! Take that.
Okay, no problems. The shadow looks like he's reacting as if he's in pain, but not a single scream comes from his mouth. No expression of pain comes from his face. Okay, please go. I just realized that I turn on the volume. That sounds a lot better. Okay, please.
Okay.
Top of the round, Yifan has gone. Shao, Cang Tian's turn.
Okay, got it. So I will basically. I was just looking for videos to put for our ginseng spirit. In my head canon, he's the HMB Baker Lin uncle. May go H. I found the advertisement for you guys. Okay? I posted it. Right? It's a classic, right? So, does he look? He looks kind of like Nic is down, right?
Yeah, Nic is down.
Looks down, and then the other spirit, the demon looks quite pissed off with me, right?
Oh yeah, he's very very pissed off with you.
Okay, I continue basically try to spend my try to kind of focus the attacks of the demon on me again. I kind of spend 1 key point again for patient defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then how high is the fire right now? Is the light that's coming out, is it generated? Is it bright light or is it still dim
No,
light?
there was only a flicker of a moment when you wrote the word Om.
Okay.
Where it just brightened for just a second and then it went back to being like this fire and it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So I'm gonna spend my action to basically follow on that, and I shall say the full chant for that. Om Mani Padme Hum, and then I shall basically use calligraphy for that, and then I
Sure.
continue on. Yeah. So I spend key, defend myself, and then I focus the fire. How about the flames? Do the flames light look like now they're bright light, or is it still?
Oh, it's
normal light?
spreading. It's spreading, but it still looks
Spreading,
normal.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for that
Then-
one moment where you added a calligraphy component.
Okay. So I shall now calligraphy that, and then I shall taunt the demon some more, and then I say spirit, you play as being a blood demon, but you're no more than just some damp water spirit. People like us, we bleed blood. You are just here to steal it. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Go back over into the world and be reborn. Perhaps it's a cockroach or a chicken that is better than your lot. And then I think that should be enough thinking for now, and then I will roll my calligraphy.
Yes, please. You and your taunting, you terrible man, terrible man.
If I play the drunken,
I sign up for She-Hub, I get Mr. Vampire.
okay, I got 20 for my calligraphy.
Okay.
Okay. And then because I blood on me from what, right? So far the blood kind of sprays all over into this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Kangaroo comes out. Wait, wrong movie. That's Dream of Eternity. Yeah.
Okay. He once again, right? Your action. You once again you add you carve out another holy word into the side of the fire, right? And again you see a flash of light. This time you don't see the cavern revert into a damp the damp cavern, but you do see the fire and the remains of at the sarcophagus is slowly burning. It's slowly burning. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Top of the round. Sorry, no. It is 百草仙 turn. 百草仙.
Bring it up.
Yes. I will. Okay,
He will definitely round behind me since I'm like drawing the shadows' attention.
Yeah, I think you know what he's gonna do because he's really not that brave, right? I mean,
Yeah, he'll do
he's
that.
a freaking ginseng, right? So he's gonna duck behind and once again try to rest. Heal 9 points of damage and you're up.
Okay.
Okay,
He's still prone.
I will turn on his light again. Okay. Your light has been restored.
Nick needs to use a move action to stand up.
Yes, that is true. So he's still prone on the floor. He has to use half his actions to get up. Half his movement to get up. Yeah,
Movement.
that's right.
Yep.
Okay, so it is Shadow 1's turn. It's Long Mu's turn. No, it's a blood. It's a blood demon's turn. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Blood demon's turn. Okay.
He has disadvantage to attack me because I have patient defense.
Okay, blood demon does this. He goes into the ground. So let me. Should have done this earlier. Okay, he goes into the ground. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. So he pops up here. Okay, and he casts a spell. Cang Tian, please make me a will save. Not a will save, sorry, a wisdom save.
Okay, sure. Can I invoke my supremacy of having been praying and writing sutras and my mind is very focused?
Yep, you can invoke supremacy here because you've basically been engaged in a metaphysical battle with him. That's fine.
Yeah.
Invoke supremacy.
Sure. That's a 15.
15 saves. Well done. So you feel things clawing at your feet, and you feel your heart just almost stop for a moment as something cold and icy clenches into it, but it passes and it shakes off, and suddenly you are okay again.
Okay.
Very well done. You guys are actually making very, very good work out of this, and this guy is he looks and sounds frustrated. Okay.
Frustrated means desperate.
Well, yeah, he's still got some leeway to go lah. Shadow, Long Mu, your turn.
I'm on the ground. I will attempt to sweep the does it have legs?
I think we've established this before, right? No, because he is. I know he is a shadow, but he does not have legs, okay? Because he's a ghost, okay?
Okay, so I lose half my movement, so I'm just going to get up, go towards that piece of rock thingy, and then I'm going to launch myself with the sword into the shadow.
So you're gonna down here and then jump onto him, is it? Well done.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you kick off against the thing, bounce off, and you drive your sword down at him. Please.
Imitating Cang Tian.
I know. Everyone, let's do the attacks.
Please make a abang. I can't. Where got 22, dude? You didn't roll.
Yes, he did.
Where?
You rolled
Oh, I see.
16 plus 6.
Okay, yes, you hit. Please. Roll damage.
Basic is 9.
We're back.
Basic is 9. Okay.
Plus another 3 radiant.
your sword strike drives deep into the smoky, shadowy being, and you drive it deep and you twist, and once again your internal chi pours into the blade, forming an arc of bright lightning driving, and it spreads into the shadowy figure, and it so
Did I need to use smite?
yes, you did.
So I use the smite lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Kill stealer.
Hey, sorry scary
I know.
You guys are pretty much on your last legs already, by the way. Okay. Top of the round, Yifan.
Okay. I am going to. Okay, I'm going to like go up straight to the blood demon's face. As I'm running towards him, I will inscribe the sword, the character for force.
Oh, Jian,
And,
your magic missile, is it?
Yeah,
It's
I'll
not
be
force, it's
casting
Jian.
magic. It was force.
Okay.
I used chi in because well we were discussing that when I move up to the next tier I will have to write both the word jian and qi to
Okay.
as the
Okay.
the rune.
You throw out how many?
3.
Okay. So you fire it off before you go to the side of him, right?
Yeah, so it's like the scene is something like as I'm running towards him, and then you see the 3 blades
Okay,
in front
yeah.
of me, and then
You're
come
doing
out.
the typical wuxia thing, right? You're running your head presenting your head, which is never technically smart, but you know, hey, this is wuxia, right?
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Sorry, it's for the Chinese opera influence, right?
Yeah, it's like, why do people lead with their faces, right? They're gonna get smacked in the face.
He takes 10 force damage,
Okay.
and I will present my front to him.
That is completely fine with me. And he's, what on earth is this? First time he's yelling in frustration. Shao, top of the round.
Okay.
Next round. Yeah.
Okay, then you said something about the sarcophagus, like the lid is beginning to kind of like burn, is it?
The bones on the sarcophagus are starting to burn.
Okay, then he seems frustrated by that, is it?
He seems frustrated by something. Would you like to make an insight check to find out?
Yeah, sure. Could I make an insight check? Let me roll.
You can.
Right.
It's wait, no. Do you want to use your passive insight or do you want to roll? If you want to roll, you will have to take your action.
Yeah, passive insight is. Does my investigator watcher's eye give me any bonus to this? No.
No. This is a little bit out of your
Yeah,
wheelhouse.
it is how I feel.
Yeah.
Like my passive is 14, so would that help?
Your passive is 14. You can get a little bit of information from him, lah.
Okay, sure. What's the 14? What does it tell me?
14 just tells you that you are doing something to annoy him, lah. You don't know specifically what, but you're definitely doing something to annoy him.
Can I think that's good. And what happens is like I will basically look at the shadow and then I will say like I think you've been trapped here in the ground for too long. Then I will I kind of basically smile and I'm going to basically use my action to. Let me see. How throw is this? How heavy does a sarcophagus look?
How what?
How heavy does a sarcophagus look?
It's a stone sarcophagus. It looks
Okay,
really
so
heavy.
okay. Never mind. Then I think I shall basically attempt to basically continue spreading the flames towards the body. And this time, I think I shall chant out some of the sutras about attachment, about how everything is essentially one of those prayer sutras which is for people at a funeral, so that hopefully you understand it, and then and move on with life. and I continue. But we should I punctuate with the words of creation, and then I keep on
Okay.
spreading the fire.
Keep
So what should I roll? Make a calligraphy or painting? Which one you prefer?
calligraphy.
Okay, sure. That's a 13.
Okay. This time round, no flares, no no funny business, and you just feel as if you feel a small doubt creeping into your mind, wondering whether or not what you're doing is
Okay.
is
And then-
really starting to actually, you know, is really effective.
Okay, and then as my speech free action, I kind of ask for I look over at the ginseng spirit and I say Bai Cao Xian, could you help me could you tell me what is going on with this body and this spirit?
Sure. When it reaches his round, he's going to do it. Yifan. No, Bai Cao Xian is next, right? Next in the round.
Correct.
Bai Cao Xian, he says that demon used to be a powerful guardian, cave guardian, but he lost a battle with an Ashura and he was imprisoned here and he's angry and he's been trying to find a way to escape ever since. That's his turn.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Next is who? After Bai Cao.
It is the blood demon's turn. Okay. Want to see how bitchy I want to be.
Be more bitchy.
Be more bitchy, okay, can.
It's entertainment, right? We need to do this for the engagement. Organic engagement.
Okay. Moves into the ground again, pops up again here. He casts a spell, and a deluge of water appears from his outstretched hands. Actually, no, it's a deluge of blood that comes out from his outstretched hands.
Okay.
He can only get, I think, this one.
You're right. I know he likes me.
This one.
Let's try to put out the fire.
And this one. Yep. So the torrent of blood just pours away from the from his hand, right? And when all is said and done, right, you see the flame dissipating from the area where his the skeleton is. Okay. It is Yifan's turn.
No, it's
It's top of the round. There are no more
after
shadows.
the demon should be Amu's turn, right?
Oh,
Almost done.
Almost done. That's correct.
Watching as he does that, Amu just lunges forward to the position just behind him. So I'm gonna be behind the blood demon, keeping the blood demon between the other members of the party and myself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't reach him. You can't reach behind him. You can reach beside him.
Oh well, beside is fine, I guess.
Here.
Yep.
Okay.
Coffee, do you mind assisting Amu, please? Thank you.
It's
That
not.
sounds very familiar.
It's not your turn.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Let's try.
Amu's gonna stand next to him and dodge.
Okay, well done. Okay, so you drive in front of him, but you approach him slowly with your battle sleeve raised, cautiously as he's trying to, you know, deluge the place with blood. Top of the round, I think it is Yifan.
Yes. Okay.
You can't quite
Coffee,
get a
will you-
flank on him. Can't
Coffee, will you kindly assist me?
Who needs flank when I can manual?
You can manually flank. Okay,
Would
sure.
you like to
Manual advantage.
Okay, sure.
I will inscribe the flame rune. No, the lightning rune.
Okay, sure.
See whether he wants to move away.
It's not his turn
and
yet, so
attack him.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to disengage from the fight,
Okay.
booming blade. Does 20 hit?
20 does hit. No,
I
20 is
assume.
not. That's not a 20, dude. It's a 9. It's a. Oh yeah, it is a 20. Okay. That hits.
Because I have typed in the.
K1.
full
Okay, I see it.
command.
Cool. 20. So once again, the humming sound sensation of your sword strikes him true. Walao.
Boom! 9 points of piercing damage.
Very good. How much damage will he take from your booming blade if you move, sir?
1d8 lightning.
Thunder, right? Surely.
Thunder.
Yeah, thunder damage. Oh, sorry, thunder damage, not lightning damage.
Okay, let me double check something.
Is he resistant to thunder damage?
Yep. See if he gives a shit. Okay. It is Cang Tian's turn.
Okay, got it. Then I basically take out, for a very brief moment, I take out Mr. Chen's mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I wear a laughing ghost mask, and then I say in laughing ghost voice, "Thank you for clearing the way." Then I remove it. That's my item interaction action. And I take a disengage action, and I walk behind. Now that the flame has been opened, I walk over to the body.
Yeah, you can.
I walk over and I flip over. I kind of like flip around, kind of like do a backflip over it, like basically a theatrical backflip using my staff.
Okay.
And I kind of like stand there examining it. So my action was basically spent on disengage, and then I basically just look over the body, and then I basically I don't think I can make an investigation check because I already spent my action, so I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. 百草仙 goes, oh shit, this is not good, this is not good, this is so not good. I'm so gonna die, I'm so gonna die, I'm so gonna die.
Don't worry, very low.
As he tries to move closer, right, I scream at Bai Zhao Xian and say, "Stay back."
Okay, don't have to tell me twice. He uses the remainder of his movement to go back to his original position, and he, first of all, Nick take. This is the last of his first level spells. Heal 7.
Okay.
Okay. Second thing he does is he forces the demon to make a save.
Save is always good.
Yeah, save is always good. We'll see. Like that only.
My hit points today like COVID stock market.
It's okay.
It's one of those things. Oh, well done. Well done. Well done.
Fails.
Well done. Bai Zhao Xian, right? He goes, he shoots his tendrils out, right? And this green substance, he hawks out the green substance, right? And shoots out this green glob of something, right? And it hits the shadow, and the shadow goes and it starts burning against the shadow. So there's, apart from its own like it's streaming smoke and all that, now it's got actual smoke coming out of it right now. Well done, Bai Cao Xian, well done. Okay. Menagerie, it is the goblin because apparently, right, software does not come with ginseng spirit tokens. So I have to use a goblin and I like goblins, so yeah, goblin lovers of the world unite. Okay, it's the demon's turn. Okay.
Are you telling Sheena you like goblins just to, because Sheena?
Hey, first of all, Yasa is like the cutest goblin ever, okay? And I will fight anyone who says otherwise, okay? And it happens to be the three of you, I will TPK you if you say otherwise as well.
No, I'm not going to argue with that.
Strong feelings about it, okay?
You hear of the goblin fighter who is a master swords person.
I have died many times to his goblins. Many times.
It's like the goblin sword master who spills our blood is also known as a Hema goblin.
There goes him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It goes into the ground.
I
10, 20, 5,
okay.
10, 20, 30, pops out 40.
Take
You
5
guys,
points of
yeah, you know
thunder
this
damage.
is my favorite. You know this is exactly what I always love doing when my villains are about to lose, right?
Yeah, they take somebody else with them.
Yes, they do indeed try to take somebody else in there. And
But first, take some damage
And
from
he misses.
yeah, he does miss. Sorry. I need to. Can you please roll the booming blade damage first?
I have 5 already. 5.
5 already.
5 thunder damage.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 thunder damage.
5 thunder damage. Okay, so that goes down to this amount. Okay. Sorry. That thing is actually so. What he does is he turns into a stream of smoke, and streams into the body child.
See.
Just goes streaming into the body of the child, and the body of the child is convulsing, struggling, looking like he's about to break his own neck from the struggles.
Okay.
Possession technique.
Okay. It is top of the round. Yifan, what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to brave the
Lightning barrier.
Okay.
and go right into towards the Dwarven child.
Okay. Please roll me a reflex save once you reach here.
Deck save, you mean?
A dex save once you reach here. I'm very retro today, you know. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. 12.
12 is not insufficient. Take take 4 points of damage and get pushed back 10 feet.
Hiya.
So as you try to brave the lightning barrier, right? 2 of the orbs, right, arc against each other, and you get blown back.
As a bonus action, I will inscribe the step and Misty
Well
step
done.
into the.
And then it's a straight of action because you only had movement so
Correct.
far. So,
Yep.
Yeah, correct.
That's fine. So you hit,
And then
you inscribe the poo action, right? And suddenly you just pop into the step, leaving behind an after image where you used to be.
the normal style of the sword of the wedding dress is normally piercing style. I actually turning to the flat of the blade and hitting the dwarf child with the flat side of the.
He's prone on the floor. He hasn't actually. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You knock him.
I'm
Hits-
trying to knock him unconscious.
That's fair. You actually have to make an attack roll. Just
He's prone, right?
yep, you have advantage.
With advantage,
You have advantage.
Okay. That would be this roll. Oh, sorry. That's 8 plus 6, 14 hit.
14 does hit.
Okay, so this is the prone. This is 7 points of subdual damage.
Okay. Hey, you hit it on the side of the head. It's a good knock. You and he's still convulsing.
Okay.
Next in the round is Cang Tian.
Okay. Do I sense the shadowy presence of the demon nearby still?
Well, the cave is still leaking blood.
Okay.
The flames are still around. The area still has a dunk deck. Yeah, so signs point to yes.
Okay, then I say in my kind of like theatrical voice, in the opera voice, right? Then I say, Spirit, do not be ludicrous. You have been defeated by a challenger of heaven, and now you're south here. If you seek to return to the surface, all you have to do is ask. Leave the child immediately, and I shall bring you to heaven. Then I take my staff down in the monkey god pose. Then I cast levitate on myself, and I hold on to the remains, and I fly up. And then
Hey, wait, hold on. Just because I can, right? How high are you levitating up?
20 feet. I'm holding on to the body as well, to the remains. And as I fly up.
20 feet is 4 tiles. Okay, you can reach about here, and that's it. Hey,
Okay, can I bring the body?
Oh crap! Where do you disappear off to?
哈哈，我早就苍天了。
苍天。
Hey, bloody hell! Did you actually disappear into the rock? Okay, wait. I think I need to rest. I need to rest you. Hold on, I need to figure out how to do this. Okay. You can only go up about 3 tiles, which is about 15 feet, before your head hits the ceiling.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Then I will basically I was going to 骑士 already, but then I guess I did not 骑士. So I shall just bring the spirit. I shall bring the body up with me.
Oh, you really damn bastard, no you?
Yeah. Then later I say, if you wish to ascend with me, come over here. You can stay in the child.
Okay. Please make me persuasion check.
Okay, got it. Can I invoke Aspolary, a supremacy?
You keep flying off into the sky. Why? What the hell?
I need to go to heaven already. The Genasi is like.
Okay.
You know, it's the part where you must do this and fly away to heaven. I
know, but it's like, walao, you have successfully beaten the system. You win now. Okay, never mind.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got 19 on my bullshit talk.
That's actually really good. Well done. And you know what? You can only. Okay, I'm just gonna put him down here. You can go up above.
Report the bug. My monk keeps achieving mock shot.
Yeah. Why is my monk receiving Nirvana? Okay.
2 OP already cultivation.
That's actually a really good move. It's his turn. No, it's Bai Cao Xian's turn. Bai Cao Xian, what do I do? What do I do?
Can you exercise the...
No! If I could, I would have done it already! That's his turn. The demon reappears.
Fine.
And streams out of it. And he flies up. Okay, I'm just gonna put him at 1 tile, okay? Flies up to Cang Tian. Takes one last desperate stab at Cang Tian.
Sanzai.
Banzai.
Banzai.
Does a 15 hit you?
That's a miss. Hey, wait, 15 is just nice a hit.
Yeah, because you didn't do any style. Okay, he's gonna hit you.
Yeah, right.
Take 14 points of damage.
Okay. I still have 2 HP.
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, so once he strikes you in the deep again into the heart of your palm, and you feel a pain as a keening sensation appears in your ears, like, oh my god, this is awful. Okay. Top of Long Mu, your turn. As there's an aerial battle that's going on. Yeah.
As soon as Long Mu sees that, he's gonna take 1 step forward, 2 steps onto the top of the sarcophagus, 3 steps I'm gonna leap up into the air, and I'm going to strike downwards towards the spirit.
Okay, are you using your bonus action to try and reach them? So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, hop onto here and then jump and banzai the shit out of him, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Done. Okay. Please make a roll.
Oh my god, roll 1, what the fuck?
No.
It's just one of those.
Wait, what?
It's really one of those days.
Do I get Cang Tian for advantage? Do I get Cang Tian for advantage?
No, your positioning is off.
Okay.
Okay, so you dive, you leap into the air, and you pass right through him as you fall over to the other side.
Oh god.
It's quite malu today.
It's okay lah.
It's
like,
one of those days. It's one of those days.
It happens. It
One of
happens.
those days. Yeah.
It's one of those days.
Ifan, your turn.
Missing attack, getting critted. Ayo.
Sorry?
Ifan, your turn.
If I pull him out already for you to magic missile him or whatever already. You see, I lower him out already.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, I'm going to, like,
Must I shout to you? 师弟出剑!
Come on, man. You know you want to.
He insists,
You have
inscribe the rune for qi, qi, which is force,
Okay.
and point it towards the blood demon.
And 3.
And actually, I'm going to direct one of them to one of the orbs. 2 to the demon and 1 to the orb.
Wow, we're really cutting it very fine, huh? You sure you don't want to?
No, because what I want to do is I want to break out of this formation. So I'm thinking of like destroying one orb might help me get out of the formation, while 2
Okay,
will go
up
for
to you. Up to you. I'm not gonna force you.
you mean force as in like magic missile force?
Okay, roll the damage. Roll. The 2 of the
Yeah,
swords
roll the
streak out with one finger, and one of them you direct over to which orb? The one on the left or right?
The one on the right.
Okay.
So
That's the same one damage. I didn't say anything. I was like, oh.
Okay.
the blood demon takes 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Yeah. I rolled very low for that.
Yeah. Sila, you
the-
should have just stacked your odds, man. You should have just stacked your odds.
And the orb takes 2 points of damage.
The orb
Stop.
takes 2 points of damage. It flickers for a while, but it remains.
Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand guard over the position myself to stand guard over the Dwarven child.
Okay.
And like maybe quick feel of his neck to see whether there is a pulse.
What's your passive medicine?
Passive medicine is 10.
Passive medicine, you don't pick up a pulse.
Okay.
He, for all intents and purposes, looks and sounds dead.
Okay.
Okay, now, Cang Tian, it's your go.
Got it. So the spirit is still riffing and smashing at me, right?
Yes, he is.
So as I levitate with the dead body, and then I look at the spirit, and then I say, I suppose that you are turning down on my offer for amnesty from heaven. Then I item interaction and take out one of the pieces of paper, and then I kind of like using the blood I have on it, kind of write a sutra. Then I use it as my unarmed strike to basically punch it into his face.
Okay, sure, make a roll.
Yeah, so basically, as I strike it onto where the forehead should be, that's my normal attack. Then my bonus action attack is I'm going to tear it all the way to where it's started to be, and then I think, and then like it explodes.
So hang on, just as a matter of detail, because I like this, I really like this style. Are you going for the normal tree eye thing? That's...
No, it's actually more, it's more like the one in which the Immortal, the Lohan holding the cup, right?
Oh, I see.
So basically, like if he had a throat, I'll be crushing
Okay,
the
so
so
you-
I kind of yeah,
and then down.
come-
Okay, down. I got it.
Yeah.
Down. Okay, go.
Okay, so first attack. I would like to invoke my supremacy because I'm in my element. I have air superiority.
You are very welcome to. Please take a +1 for your supremacy.
Okay, 3 + 2, 5, and I position in such a way that with my movements, right? That I can so that later Longmu can get advantage. I can try to flank.
It's very unlikely, given his current position,
Okay.
because first of all, right, he's making kind of like a diving attack, so you can't really flank or take advantage of it.
Okay.
Unless you just use your turn helping him.
No, it's okay. Then I'll roll my attack, the first attack lah.
Okay.
So the first attack is a 21.
21 hits.
Okay. And so that's I'll roll my damages for that. That's 4. So that's a 6 damage. Do I have to halve it, or does it resist it?
Hang on, just give me half a second.
Please do not exit the desktop.
He bursts into a shower of sparks. Congratulations! That was very, very well done.
Then
A shower of sparks.
A shower of sparks.
A shower of sparks. As the body that you're holding on to, Shao,
yeah.
Cang Tian, disintegrates into dust.
Then
The fire quenches, just disappears, and you blink.
And
The lightning rods explode.
Outwards or inwards?
Outwards.
Okay. So
I'm still shielding the
Yeah.
Job.
So
because he shoot the child, so he didn't see the explosions. Can we give it increase of charisma, because cool guys don't look at explosions?
no. I mean, he's surrounded by the 4 rods, right? So he's not likely to not be able to look at it. I mean, it's like he would have to be very contrived, like he'd be like, like crouching down, looking at his crotch or something.
But Longmu has high charisma, so Longmu definitely is not looking at explosions.
Yeah, he is because he kind of like stumbled across down there, and he's virtually face planting against the wall because of his very, very heroic attempt to try and take out the shadowy figure.
So I still stay in mid-air, and then I float, and then I said,
I wave at Bai Chao Xian, and
Bai Chao Xian runs over, and he picks up the wrist of the child, right? And with his tendrils, right, he seems to be able to somehow get more coverage over the pulse situation than you are ever able to with normal fingers, right? He waits for a second, waits for almost a minute, and he looks at Yifan. He says, Yifan, you need to transmit him some vital energy immediately. If not, he will probably not make it back.
Okay. Assist me. Sit the child up. I quickly go into the lotus position, and I start channeling my internal energy.
How many hit dice do you want to transfer to him?
2.
Okay.
I mean 1 first. 2. Just transfer 2.
Okay.
There's no lay on hands still like
lay on hands does have a restorative effect for certain conditions.
5 HP to remove quite a big basket list.
Quite a large list lah.
I transfer the internal energy first.
Okay. Nothing. You feel a brief flicker of life, but
I push 1 more hit die, all 3.
Okay. Still.
As you guys approach, right?
Yeah.
You see that Yifan is literally sweating. He is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
sweating.
All of you are now at the side of the altar, right? And Yifan is pushing his internal energy desperately into what looks like a lifeless 2-year-old child. He's been stripped to the waist. The child has been stripped to the waist, and as he's pushing, right, the 3 of you that are standing next to him, right, you see a palm print.
Okay.
becoming more and more prominent as the internal energy of Yifan is being pushed in.
Okay. I take some of the tea leaves from his mat, from his house, right? I put it to the child's nose and I say, "Come back, child. The gardens are still waiting for you. Your friends and family are still waiting for you." I put one hand on Yifan's body. I put another hand on the child's, right? One hand to stabilize Yifan, and then I will basically transfer energy. It's basically, actually, I should just all transfer to the child, but because it looks cooler, I will transfer 2 to the child and 1 to Yifan, so Yifan can transfer it back to the child because
Okay.
because then I kind of lean. I'll send 2 to the child and 1 to Yifan, so the Yifan can do something with the money later.
Okay, so the child, as you push another gout of energy into the child, right? The child suddenly takes a sharp intake of breath and spits out a glob of black blood clot out. And he's perspiring and he's shivering at the same time. And he says, oh God. Oh, Bai Cao Xian is scratching his head with this, he's like, this is driving me nuts. Let's bring him back to his parents first.
Calm down. What do you need?
That is Xuan Ming Zhen Qi. That is, it's a technique. It's a forbidden technique that causes a clash of the internal energy. So the child will be frozen and deep down inside, but running a fever at the same time.
So what can we do about it?
I don't know. I've never heard of a cure for this. He will be alive for the time being, I suppose.
Well, do you think what's the name of the Wu Genasi child again? Like the name that we discovered?
Wu Hui.
Wu Hui.
No regrets.
Okay. But would the Qi or Wu Hui be able to help him?
I don't know. I mean,
Let us.
if he were an adult, sure. But he's still a child himself.
Well, you know how these things in the world or rivers and lakes go. This young boy here was stolen here by the demon because he thought he was Wu Hui. So if Wu Hui's power can help him, perhaps that's how fate has arranged it. Then Cang Tian says, but let us quickly bring him back to the world. I will look to the demon's possessions to make sure that this exorcism is complete. I'm not an expert in this, but it is better to make sure.
Okay, excellent. Nick, just to summarize this, Cang Tian, make me
Investigate?
an investigate roll.
Sure. 警察 roll. Roll my Yaman roll. Yeah, man. Do I get to use my Watcher's Eye?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm not from the Paranormal Crimes Division. 14. Yeah, I'm just from the normal Street Crimes Division.
Okay. First thing that you realize is this: the blood, and all of you see this. The blood that was dripping in the cavern isn't blood; it is water. And this entire cavern looks like it's just any other long forsaken cavern. It's got crystals glowing background and mushrooms of all sorts growing around. In the corner over here, I will show you. The corner over here, Cang Tian, you see a pile of bones or white bones, and you search, and I will give you, but you see gold, you see silver ingots, you see lines of cash, you see things out all around and
Amu is just going to say to the rest to Cang Tian, I think the Temple Association is gonna have a few day here.
There is one more
Yeah, it's like
thing that you realize is carved on the walls of this particular cave, and I will need to share the screen, show you all what it is.
yeah, the Temple Association is going to audit the hell out of this.
I'm not even sure whether the Temple Association knows there's a basement at this point.
Well, we can liberate it and there will be no audit.
Yeah, it's like
What
In the
I
four
do know is that there's no
in the
temple
four
here.
corners of the cave, you see five stanza what form looks like a 5 stanza poem carved on each of the cardinal directions of the cave.
Okay.
Was this also done on some random afternoon?
I'm sorry?
Was this
that
also done on some random afternoon?
It has slightly more cultural merit because I actually managed to get all the phrases to rhyme.
Okay. My ancient Chinese is not that fantastic, so
I'm going to turn on my English subtitles.
Okay, you click Netflix English subtitles, right? I'll read it out to you in Mandarin and I'll give you the English translation. 灵气生万物，不足胜有余。五行合成一，阴阳归太一。
spirit energy.
So spirit energy is derived from nature. 万物 means all of nature. 不足胜有余 is a line from the 道德经 that says a vacuum triumphs over over sufficiency. 五行合成一 is the 5 elements form on intent or by intent. You're not quite sure what that means. And 阴阳归太一 is the concept of yin and yang in Taoism forming to form the primordial chaos. It sounds like it's a method of cultivating your qi.
I take notes of that and I can I calligraphy that?
You can, and there's one thing that you do notice as you do your calligraphy, but please make me a check because the amount of information you get is dependent on your check.
Okay, got it. So like to get an elemental calligrapher to do these elemental things.
claim superiority.
Yeah, like actually, what ability check should I use for this one? Because I've been for calligraphy.
Intelligence. This one is intelligence.
Okay. Can I claim superiority as an elemental?
No,
Because
not for this. Not for this. Not for this.
That's a 15.
Okay, very well, very well done. You realize that there are two possible interpretations of this. One is the emphasis on taking energy from living creatures, which is the unorthodox interpretation. And the other is simply becoming one with nature, so that your insufficiency is buttressed by nature's natural chi.
Okay.
Which
my guess is that this cave spirit, after being sequestered here by the Ashura that was defeated by, could no longer draw upon connection to the whole of nature because it's stuck in a cave, right? So it started getting things in stagnation and recessing by getting bodies into itself. So it basically used to be a practitioner of the normal one that became a deviated one because of the sequestration.
Well done. That's
So he modified his cultivation.
Yes, it's possible to do so because everything comes out from innovation and necessity.
Yeah, and he was about to die. Basically, he was about to starve to death. Basically.
Yeah, then I basically pray for him to be reincarnated as something else. For them to basically go through another cycle, be it forward or backward.
Yeah. Very poor thing lah, he. Very, very poor thing lah.
Actually, is there any links to the Ashura's identity? Like, does he write, I was beaten up by this particular fucker? Like, does he say this kind of things? Like,
No, he didn't actually say, he doesn't actually say that. Okay, I need to reboot the Talespire because apparently swapping windows is too much of a strain on this. So on Discord. So let me. Okay, so anyway, the
Cang
map is.
Tian and Yifan, we may have a more intricate problem in our hands. We never knew anything about this spirit, and yet it is looking for the child. Does this mean that we have to protect the child from everything?
definitely, I think the child's like a buffet for every evil cultivator along from here all the way to Wudang.
That is all.
Which means we can't leave him somewhere.
Well, if you look at it this way, it's like it's also a good way for us to improve our techniques along the way if all the people just come out of the woodwork.
It's
We intend to fight war.
Don't forget, you have an injured child with you as well.
From the child, and I look at Cang Tian and say, "Take care of him." And I walk towards. At Bai Chao Xian, take care of him. I walk towards Cang Tian and Amu. I would suggest that we bring the dwarf child with us.
Yes.
Where do you want to bring him? Where do you want to bring him?
Together with back to
Is the wagon still outside? Is our wagon yet?
No, he's not. He's gone back already.
Let's trudge back and let's heal up whatever we can, and then we trudge back.
Okay.
There's nothing in the sarcophagus of any interest to us, right?
There's plenty of treasure that I will dump into your thing, but just as a quick note, right? The most interesting things is a bag. There is a globe that gives off light. One of the lightning globes that survived, right? It just kind of like gives off a glowing blue light, and there is a small gem.
Okay.
Those are the kind of important things. The rest of it is 身外之物. It's treasure. It's money.
Okay.
I'll dump it in the Discord chat later. But those are the three things that look like they are slightly out of place. Okay.
No problems. I will pick those three things up, and as we are taking short rest on our journey back, I will ritual cast identify.
Okay, so we are going back to the inn, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So the inn. I so love toy. I love my. Okay, outside the fragrant blossom.
Sorry. On the way back, I would activate arcane recovery to recover a second level spell.
Okay, so this is what along the way, right? The child is stable. He's breathing, but it's very, very labored. You will take maybe about the better part of the day to get back. The child's breathing is labored. Even at night, it's labored. Throughout the night, you all take turns to watch over him. And he doesn't seem to be deteriorating, but he doesn't seem to be getting better. He wakes up in febrile fits. His face is completely pale. His complexion is ashen, and even as he breathes, right, that ominous palm print on his chest just keeps looking as if it's getting darker and darker. And throughout the day, as you're reaching the inn, right, his condition has deteriorated. That his breathing is incredibly faint. Question here is: do you as you take the long rest and all of you restore yourself because it's at night and all that, right? Do you continue infusing him with your vital energy?
I would basically continue doing that as well. And
as you go along the way and you reach the morning and you're about half a day away, right? Both of you realize that it takes maybe about two of you, about 2/3 of your vital energy a day just to keep him stable.
In stasis, right? Homeostasis.
Yeah, just to keep him alive, not functioning but alive. Okay, so you reach the inn and father and mother runs out to meet you. Floats out to meet you. Mother Lee and Father Lee come out. Let me go and pick up. Let me go and pick up your
This
chest.
motherly and fatherly love.
Yeah.
Boo! So bad.
That's quite good. I like it.
Boo! So bad. So bad.
Of course, the fact that I like it might mean that we need to reconsider our life choices.
like so badly, lor. Walao, that was a stinker, man. Motherly and fatherly, lor. Okay, can.
It's so badly another relative that's here.
Okay, and I need. Actually, this is completely unnecessary, lah. But I just happen to like like putting figures out. Okay.
New toy must play.
Yeah, new toy must play, right?
We understand.
So
we understand.
You move on and good. The tea housekeeper Lee runs towards you. Goes, what's wrong with him? What happened?
He's been injured by a powerful demon, but we can still save him. Do not worry. Please bring us to a clean place with a lot of hot water and a bed. And where is Wu Hui?
Oh, Wu Hui is with the children, and the children are over at their favorite tree, and you hear they're playing around.
You just turn away.
They're playing away. Wu Hui, I can put out a figure for him, although there's no Genasi. Yeah, no Genasi. Okay, this is the closest thing I can. Wu Hui.
Actually, last time during the long rest, can I say something to the rest of the party during the long rest?
Sure.
I said, this water spirit that was trapped in the cave, wants Wu Hui because he believes Wu Hui's life energy would allow it to basically go back to the world of the living. Now, I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get any of that to be useful for treating this child. Then I point at the dwarf child, right? Ming, right? Is this Xiao Ming or Ming?
Xiang.
Xiang, sorry. The other chat with Lisa and Shida, that's
Xiao Ming? What the hell?
Xiao Li and Xiao Ming. 在一个风和热烈的早上。
Hey, my daughter just had her Chinese compo today, okay? So don't even joke about these things anymore.
Scary, man.
Yeah,
So you're going to walk into the inn and say, I need a drink.
So the rest of them, you walk in and you go and help yourself to a drink, while the rest of them kind of clear a table to bring Xiaoxiang, make Xiaoxiang comfortable.
Yeah. Then is Wu Hui coming?
Wu Hui is following you. He goes, Uncle Cang Tian, what's wrong?
Can you do the thing that you usually do, in which you plants grow around you? Can you do something like that?
Okay.
Then I look over at Spice House Xian. Then I say, have you ever has he ever used this ability on you before? Esteemed Ginseng Immortal.
Yeah, he did. That's how I got the flower on my head.
Do you think he could, if we were to do this together with the tea leaves from here, which is a link to his home, and your curative ginseng powers, do you think we can create a stronger medicine?
I don't think we can do anything about him now, to be honest. We'll need someone who is far stronger and wiser than we are.
Can we at least keep him stable? or does it require us to stay here as cultivators? Could you, if you were to stay
Is
here,
there someone you know that can help in this situation? Is there someone you need us to go look for?
like a bigger ginseng?
I can't help him, is what I'm trying to say.
Who can?
Someone powerful, someone wise, someone who is far more cultivated than any of us here.
I would suggest my master.
Wudang San is a far.
It's a
Santi
10-day
is a
journey.
dangerous place.
It's a
Wow.
10-day journey.
As you mentioned, Wudang San, right? Teakeeper Lee says, is it possible? He gets on his knees. Immediately, he starts kneeling down in front of you and the rest of them, right? He please save my child. Please, I'll do anything. He reaches down and he's kowtowing with knocks on the floorboards. Please save him. Please save him.
Yifan, we have to go to Wudang San now.
Very well.
We
Then
can stabilize him along the way with our internal energy. But our travel will be hampered.
We'll bring the child, we'll bring Wu Hui. At this point, how many children are you bringing along?
He says, if you don't mind me saying something, great heroes,
I think I know what you're gonna say.
you can leave Wu Hui here with us. He's safe. If nothing else, this incident has proven that no one knows his identity apart from 5 of us.
Everyone thinks he's a dwarf. Child.
Everyone thinks he's a dwarf. In fact, if anything, Xianxia is going to bring you more trouble than Wu Hui ever will.
We're not dealing with bandits here. We seem to be dealing with supernatural things. And from what I'm hearing so far, every single supernatural undead creature in the entire of Wulin wants a piece of him. And we leave him here.
But they don't know. Even the demon who must have heard through mortal ears, even he doesn't know. He thinks it's Xiaoxiang. So the world thinks it's Xiaoxiang.
How about this? A bit of a compromise. Because you see, the power of a secret to protect things lies as long as the thing is a secret.
Yes.
This is not a permanent solution, as my friend Amu here is suggesting. It is also, I think Amu might go further and suggest that it's not even a solution at all. But once we can find somebody to help your child, it is best that we will recover Hui along the way. Because it is not, if Wu Hui was to stay here, it will bring you trouble sooner or later. Maybe you'll be lucky for a while, but in the future, this problem will come back.
He smiles and he says,
if there's any solution, Wu Hui is exactly the person that we need to lead the Wudang San, isn't it? Wasn't that the plan?
Yes.
Let me tell you what I plan. I haven't been the most honest person with you.
It's okay. Everybody has their secrets. It's like,
He rolls up his sleeve. Shows a tattoo. A dragon caught around a stick.
You are from the sect of the beggars?
Not quite.
Your gang boss, is he Yakuza?
It says we are the Small Merchants Association. Let's just leave it at that.
Huh, I see.
I used to be called the Thousand Hand Lee. We retired here. We wanted children. These are orphans. orphans of the hundreds, thousands of senseless confrontations, the mountains and the lakes. We do what we can to raise them.
I understand.
We are not powerful, but we are numerous, and the one thing that we can do to ensure Wu Hui's safety is to spread the rumor about Xiaoxiang. Since we've committed a wrong, continue with the wrong. 将错就错.
Yes, but that is not fair to this child.
He's already dying. If anything, going with you gives him the glimmer of a chance of survival. Without you, he would be dead. As surely as if you would have left him here.
You know, it was not too long ago when one of the great generals, favorites of the emperor, rose in revolt, and he was supported by many of the people from then. Cang Tian points at his nose. People not too different from myself, from the Song Tan people to the lands of the west. The emperor, in putting down this rebellion during the Tang, one of his generals decreed that everybody who looked like a Song Tan would be killed in all the cities across. And that's part of my history in your land. But I'm very used to people being attacked just because, oh, kill the Persian, kill the dwarf, kill this. I understand how people will see what they want to see. But, you know, this child, even if you're okay with it, even if you think that that's the best way to do it, I still have to say as a monk that if you pick this child up as an orphan, would you not speak with him and let him know that this is what you wish for him to do? Or he will walk out. And you don't have to spoil the compromise, the security of this operation. But shouldn't there be some tenderness between you and him? Then like
Amu listens to this and cuts in, and he says, "For years, my guardian kept me safe, and still the imperial forces came, burned down the tea house, killed him, and now I'm here on the run. How safe is this going to be?"
How long have you had? How many years?
17.
The journey to Wudang San is 10 days. I know it is a temporary solution. I am desperate. I am asking for help. Pleading for help. The child's only chance of survival is to head to Wudang San. Know it, and
all right.
Then we leave now.
Not. I will give you as much help along the way as I can. If you're heading to Xiangyang, if you're heading to the city, look for Butcher Rong.
Zuro Rong.
Yes! Zuro Rong.
Okay.
Look for Butcher Rong. He is in the merchant quarter selling pork. He will have a way. He will have a way of getting you speedily to Wudang San. Maybe we'll cut down some time from there. He smiles, very gifted at getting things from one place to another.
Well,
I look at I look at Bai Xiaoxian actually.
I thought Xian
It's,
looks at your. He's looking. He's actually just kind of looking upset, and his tendrils are to his mouth.
Do you have any intention of staying since Wu Hui is going to be here?
The child needs us. The child needs us.
But you are also Wu Hui's guardian.
No, I'm his friend. There's a difference.
Friend, guardian. I'm more interested in understanding. Would you be willing to leave him here, or would you be staying together with him?
Here at least he's within the territory of Coco. Spirit Wolf. He will have some protection. Far more than I can provide.
Oh yeah, where was Coco all this while? I mean, he was summoned and then
He took him through he took Yifan through the hidden ways, and then he went back.
He did the werewolf step sideways and then bye bye. Silence trying to go home.
Yeah. It's like okay. Wolf Uber, go already. Okay, please leave 5 stars. Thank you very much.
Egypt Uber.
Yeah.
Well,
there is always Coco. And let's put it this way. He has one of ours and we have one of his. I don't think he'll try anything.
I'll leave you two to it then. Let me talk to Master Lee for a while and try to see whether I can get any more assistance for us. Thank you for everything.
That is Master Lee.
I'm going with you. Make no pretenses about it. The child needs help.
And yes, I will never try to take a divine physician away from a patient.
in classic Amu fashion, he gathers his things and walks out the door.
Okay. I go over
It's like,
to
why are
Master.
y'all taking so long? Why? What's wrong with y'all? It's already been decided. What's wrong with y'all?
咱们说走就走吧。
咋说走就走啊。
Why all the Siswanis coming out? Okay, then I shall go to Master Lee and I say, Master Lee, Mistress Lee, could I ask you for 2 favors?
Speak, and they will be yours.
Okay, then I say, as the transport network of the Small Merchant Association, I mouth the euphemism in my politely, is well known. Could I call upon the transport network of the Small Merchant Association to send a discreet message? Then I take out my report of what has happened to the low rank official, basically.
To Kai Feng ah.
Yeah, to Kaifeng. It's quite far for me, but then since the Small Merchant Association has a lot of things that might solve my logistics, I kind of write in a way that will not compromise our own operational security for this mission.
Okay. You can talk to me in Discord, but I do want to know what you're writing because any information that you give out is not going to be compromised by the Small Merchant Network. But
will compromise by Kaifeng and the Imperial Touting. So I need to kind of write that properly.
Make very, very sure, and I know that that's not gonna happen in this particular session. So you can do it via Discord, and then I will put it up. I will put it out in other streamy ways lah. This is a direct this is a distributed network of games already.
Transmedia game.
Yeah, transmedia game. It's like everything have also, like Facebook also have.
Because I don't think I can basically get away without providing a report if I can.
That is true. That's why I want to know what you are writing. because
Yeah, correct.
as you've already discovered, right, everything you do has consequences.
So I need to basically think about what information I set up, but then it's a quantum message. So currently right now it's a data packet. We'll determine the data packet later.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And he's happy. T Master Lee says, consider it done.
The second thing is in this great province of Shanxi, how are the fortunes of the young family? As in the Xianxia, the Xianxia, because they are from this area, right?
He says,
are they prominent or are they a faded house?
he says they are hanging on by a thread to their former glory. They have seen better days, but they have weathered far worse. Why are you looking for them?
Two groups in desperation usually may find strength together. They are known to be righteous protectors of the people and champions of your land. Is it not true?
He nods and he says they are known to the merchants.
And if there is a force that will bring resurgence and power back,
it is
to
not
a
them.
group.
Will not be them.
Do you think they can be possible allies for us?
Allies, yes. But movers and shakers, no.
Could you arrange for it such that when we are talking over to Butcher Wrong, that perhaps a meeting with one of the young family generals could be arranged? I think we lack soldiery along our quest, and perhaps a powerful warrior or two, or maybe even the sharing of techniques might aid our way along. And there's no house in Shanxi that is more well known than the Yam.
There's no house more well. There's no house that you could trust more. That is good thinking on your part.
Yes. We have to band together or we will all die. Then Cang Tian basically packs his things and says, Amu, wait up.
He says, I will give you a ride as far out as I can.
Thank you.
As Cang Tian moves out, I've walked quietly behind them, deep in thought.
Okay. Couple of things that. Okay, and you all head out, and Wu Hui runs up to Cang Tian and he says, Uncle, where are you going?
We have to. Xiaoxiang has been injured and we must bring Xiaoxiang away to see a doctor. Until then, you have to stay here and Coco will take care of you, and the Lee family also take care of you. Don't tell anybody about the manor, all right? Just
Okay.
whatever the Lees do, be a good boy and follow the instructions. We'll come back for you once we manage to heal the boy.
Wu Hui is a good boy. Wu Hui will do what he's told.
Okay, Wu Hui, there's this, just be very careful and be normal, but don't forget to just do some exercises for your writing and just study and do whatever you want to do, okay? I cannot look over at the farmyard like with no idea of what a child would want to do. Like, yeah, no, you do you.
Is it really wise to tell a child his age that he can do whatever he wants to do?
I mean, like,
we need to leave.
okay, like I'm not really that good with rearing kids, not in a monastic environment. What am I supposed to say? I look at Amu.
As the two of them are arguing, I kneel down towards Wu Hui. I look at it. Perhaps you can practice this. I give him the Kodre for heroic step.
Okay, sure.
Remember it.
Okay.
Remember it well.
Okay.
We will be back.
Kodre, by the way, is the mnemonic that allows you to kind of remember the movements in a way that is
Supposed to be practiced.
Yeah, supposed to be practiced. Yeah, it's basically like it's like what some martial arts do to kind of encode their transmission via oral transmission, so that it becomes
follows
easy.
Gao, etc.
Yeah.
And also, actually, Sheena makes a good point of this on the Twitch chat. It's like I'm sure the Lee family will take care of the operational security of like having Wu Hui not call himself Wu Hui. Right?
Just to point out, nobody knows that
The child's name is Wu Hui.
the
Right?
child's name is Wu Hui.
That sounds pretty safe.
Like something that's manageable, so that he doesn't get confused and then create a bigger security leak.
Okay, that's a good point. That's fine.
Yeah, but the Small Merchants Association, I'm sure, is very good with this this kind of things one. So we'll leave it to the professional.
脱龙斩凤，脱龙转凤，
Yeah.
偷龙转凤。
脱龙转凤。They
So I
will
know
substitute a dragon for they will substitute a phoenix for a dragon.
Yeah, I have no idea whether the Young family loop will do anything, but I just thought it's better to build allies proactively to see the network.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I have no idea whether the Young family loop will work right. But then, let's just try to see whether that works out. Because we're in Shanxia, I was just reading some Young general stuff. Like, wait, the same province.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, sure, why not? That will give me another nice story hook for the coming sessions.
We will level up with Mu Huiying, right? The true hero of the story.
Yeah, it's like the level 20 cultivator comes down and wow, beats the shit out of everybody, and you're like, oh, carry me, please, oh great.
We don't need to carry
cultivator.
the child so we can go back to plot. Yeah.
Okay.
As we travel, I will have some talks with Bai Xian and have some discussions. If he could cast some spare spells on to the
Roll play it out
sword
because
or the
what we're
weapon
doing
first.
right now is it's a journey. It's about 3-day journey to Xiangyang, which is the biggest city,
Xiangyang.
which I will have so much fun trying to model out. This will be awesome. Okay, but
I know you will. I will. But yeah, as we are traveling, I will
okay.
talk to Cang Tian.
Okay.
Not Cang Tian, Bai Xian. Sorry.
Bai Xian occasionally goes, right? You're traveling along the cart, right? And he's making very, very good time. He clearly knows the ways of the ways of the forest, and he's what he looks like. He's almost taking these kinds of shortcuts and things that they don't look like they are very visible out on the path, but he somehow just goes down these paths and ends up much further down the main road than you would have expected. Yes, Bai Xian occasionally is taking his pulse and feeling his temperature. And he occasionally takes a wet cloth and he wipes and kind of like puts a wet cloth to try and help him with his fever.
As we were like taking short rest, I just said, Bai Xian, would you be so kind to bestow some of your powers onto this sword?
He looks at the sword, and then he looks at you. This is Mu Yi's sword.
This is Wu Hui's. Yes.
No. This does not belong. This is
his father's sword. It should be passed to him.
He shakes his head and says, "Ever tell him of the sword? Do not. Do you know the history behind the sword?"
I roughly do. I've learned a little about the history while using it. It was built as this sword was smithed as a metal spike.
You know of the powers of this sword. You don't know of its history. Come, let me tell you a story.
I'm all ears.
So, you know Mu Yi married Simon Tiezun, right?
Yes, I do.
Simon Tiezun was young and foolish back then. He was third in line. never expected to become the clan head.
Okay.
Then he became clan head, and everything changed.
He has to exile his wife and child.
He didn't have to do it. That was just kind of him being a prick, right?
Yes. You should not exile your wife and child.
Yeah. But the proscription stood. You know about the proscription, right?
The absence of wood should be
He nods. The child as the heir of the 10,000 swords manor would have brought untold catastrophe on the 10,000 swords manor. So Ximen Tiezun just said, "This is not my child," and married somebody else. Chu Mui was upset, to say the least. And out of spite, she forged this sword and gave it to Ximen Tiezun as his wedding present. Sword of the wedding dress. You know the poem that goes with it, right?
In character, I would know. Out of character, forgotten about it already.
Okay. Just for benefit of the viewers, it's a very old saying that says
1,000 years I make this dress.
For many years I press gold thread to make this wedding dress, only to give it to somebody else.
Oh yeah, right. That's the one.
Yeah, and that's the story of the sword of the wedding dress. You've done all the work, you've made all the sacrifices, but only somebody else benefits. Don't let Wu Hui know this about his father.
Okay. Then okay, I will know. He will not know.
The spells that are in there, are they still the same three? Are they still the same spells that he left?
Is one to repair objects and the other
laughs.
to.
You get the symbolism.
Yes, I do. I am actually going to, and that's why I've asking that we should not we should not we should not dwell on the past and move forward. And
Fair.
since this sword has this unique traits and properties, I was suggesting that perhaps you could imbue some power of healing or bless into the sword.
I have two forms of healing. Two different forms of healing. There's a big slow one and a small fast one. Which one do you want?
I like the small fast one.
The prayer of healing and a healing word.
It's a healing word, and he hasn't a prayer of healing yet. He's not a cleric. If you
the slow fast one. The quick fast one.
I like that.
The slow fast one? Okay. Just let me double check.
The small fast one.
Okay. That's completely fine. Is that all you want? I have other spells, you know.
Like bless, right?
Like bless. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said healing and blessing.
It's because bless quite cheap, because if you cast it right, then the sword casts it. Then that means that there's concentration being maintained by nobody.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
It's like concentration on the
No. It consumes Yifan's concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, correct.
But
I try.
So,
nice try.
no problem. No problem.
It could be worse. Every time something hits the sword, have to roll concentration. It'll suck.
That's true.
Because I'm not really using any concentration right now because I realized that Shadowblade
Okay, he can put healing word. He can put bless.
yes. Can you leave the third slot open because I am thinking of getting Ruffle Smite from Amu.
Can.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you want me to put levitate in there? So,
I
No,
don't
no,
think
no.
you can't do Divine Smite because it consumes a spell slot, but it's not a spell.
No, Ruffle Smite is a spell.
yeah,
Ruffle Smite
Is a spell.
not smite, but ruffle smite. Yeah.
Not Smite
Ruffle
Smite.
Smite.
Ruffle Smite.
When we get there, we talk.
You want
Yeah,
levitate?
yeah.
You
Try
can.
to.
No.
He's,
No, don't shy, don't
please,
shy.
please subscribe
this
to my
is-
Patreon. Please subscribe to my Patreon.
Yeah. This is your core feed, right? Yeah.
This is my way of stacking damage.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But gravity damage very high, no? You
Go for the one biggest OTK, is it?
Yeah. OTK. I'm going for the OTK sword fighting technique.
Okay, so you can get it prepared all along the way. So you have one healing word, one
One healing word,
One
one
bless,
bless, and one
Ruffle Smite if you want.
Ruffle Smite.
can.
I'll share the. I would like to basically work on the key cultivation techniques a little bit, and then I'd like to share it with the rest of the party once I've understood a little bit more about it.
Okay,
Sure.
so this is what you realize. Okay, make me knowledge nature. If you have it.
Can I? Okay.
Or
What
you can get
I,
Bai Tao Xian to help you if you want.
Yeah, I'll get Bai Cao Xian to help me because he is a spirit of nature as well.
Sure.
In fact, he should have a superiority for it.
He does have a superiority for it. Yeah, he laughs. He looks at it and he laughs at you. He says, "Where did you find this?"
Found it in the cave of the spirit of the demon, where he was trapped away. I think he was trying to do something to steal the souls and life force of people.
Do you still have the 10,000 Swords mana manual?
Yes, I do.
Take a look at it.
Then I look at it because I was thinking about it also. Like, do they seem like to be? There's a corrected version and an inversion of each other. Because one doesn't allow flow, one allows flow, right?
Yes, that's exactly correct. One allows flow, one does not allow. This is a Xingfa. This is an internal technique. It teaches you to move your chi and open your meridians in a certain way. The technique that is taught by the 10,000 Swords Manner is a martial technique. It also requires you to move in a certain way, but the emphasis is not about meridians and chi and cultivation, right? It's a martial art technique. Yeah. But it's very, very similar, except for one very important factor. Remember what Bai Tao Xian says, do you remember what I said about the 10,000 Sword Mana technique?
Yeah, it doesn't allow for the inclusion of wood, right? And it kind of stops there.
That's correct. You move in one direction, you generate fire. You move in another direction, you generate water.
Yeah.
This one moves nowhere.
So it stays inside.
In a manner of speaking, it creates a circulation which is generally very, very good for health and cultivation. But there is one very important catch to it. The catch is simply that this, he points at the manual, is
The
derived
first
is derived from this. Somehow, the techniques are related. This is more sophisticated. The 10,000 Swords Manner martial art is more practical. But they are related. And you over there, he points out to Yifan.
Yes.
He's the third piece of the puzzle.
Why am I the third piece of the puzzle?
Your movements.
Flowing.
Your movements are clearly based on the idea of the transformation of the universe. That's what Tai Chi is.
Yes, that is correct.
So, put the three together, what do you get? It's three interpretations of the same thing.
I see. I think that if a Taoist swordsman is to learn both of these techniques and to internalize them, there might be some kind of unknown emergence.
He nods. At least that is the theory. There is an equal amount of chance that he will turn into a blood demon and kill us all.
I see. Yeah, that's good that you mentioned that, because I think Amu was already thinking that he's getting sick of bandits already.
That's the problem
So
here.
which was you
Imperials.
The problem here lies in the third stanza. Intent. What is your intent? If you cultivate this and use this for virtuous acts, your cultivation will be pure. If you, like the blood demon, intended to get desperate, intended to escape, intended to take lives and energy that does not belong to you and hoard it for yourself, you can very easily fall. That's the danger of the technique.
I see.
And it just spirals on because that's what it means. It amplifies. So, that's not to say that you're not going to have some risks in cultivating this. In fact, if you manage to do so, I would be highly interested in the results. You are on the verge of something magnificent.
Wouldn't that also allow our young heir to
He
be
smiles.
able?
I see you catch on quite. You're not as dumb as you look. Catch on quite quickly. That is exactly correct. Exactly. If you manage to combine all three, the young heir may very well have a chance of inheriting a technique that has its roots in his ancestral technique, but is far broader and wider. It would be a good gift to him.
Then it will allow Yifan to fulfill his oath.
Indeed.
And you also allow, it's kind of like his mother, isn't it? She works hard to make this thing, I pointed out, this blade, and it is other people's cultivation that allows the child to do whatever the child does. Huh?
Well,
heaven works in very ironic ways, as I've discovered.
I can tell you that, works in a very ways the monk sweats.
That too.
To perceive, I do not believe in coincidence, and if this has been presented to us, I will attempt to cultivate this.
Be very, very careful, Song Yifan. You cultivate this. Your moral choices will mean so much more.
I look over at Amu. Amu obviously has something coming out of his mouth right now. I look at Amu in this conversation.
I'm curious about. I don't understand exactly how my own internal cultivation works at this point, but I do know that it is divine in nature.
You channel the power of the heavens, you young Do you not realize what you're doing?
Yes, but in this case, how would the divine energies interact with something that is so elemental in nature?
Come. There are many sources of energy. Many, right? That is the heart of Taoism. Everything carries energy with it. Anything can become an immortal. Even a ginseng root.
That is correct.
The source matters.
Okay.
His source. He points at the Yifan. His source comes from the movement of the universe. Taiji. His source, he points at him, comes from the spirit world. Ling Qi. Your source. He pokes you in the sternum. Your source. You're channeling the power of the mandate of heaven. That is why your type, tendril swirling a circle, your type takes an oath. All of the oaths are all parts of the mandate of heaven. Think about it. Revenge, vengeance, the most primal of the mandate of heaven. You kill someone, someone else will come after you and kill you. Ancients respect nature, respect their elders. You, mandate of the emperor.
But I want to know why.
That's a good question. I do not know why. I can tell you how.
It looks like I have to find out more about this Duke Xie then, isn't it?
I know nothing of the world's politics. All I can see is how it interconnects with nature. You have been lied to. It is very obvious. To be so ignorant of something so fundamental. Somebody has not told you something very important.
Yes.
Actually, does I do find it peculiar because he did have a lot of imperial martial arts in your fighting style Amu, but you do not associate yourself as a noble or even imperial guard.
I am not.
Yes, well, like you say, but some of these martial arts are never taught outside of being a noble or an imperial guard, if I recall correctly.
Maybe it's also not unknown for members of the Imperial. Well, let's just be frank, the brocade got unpaid very well. And many of them find out secrets that perhaps it's not good to keep. And I know that many people in the offices like to retire under different names. So perhaps your teacher, your mentor, I'm not saying that he's a brocade guard. Maybe he was taught by a brocade guard who wished to retire, or maybe he's the brocade guard who wished to retire.
Then it happens that Master Rongqian was one of these people.
Well,
Master
Like-
who?
Longshan said,
Longquan?
like dragon, like tornado.
He taught you this?
Yes, he was a hermit that lived out back in the village.
What
Can
is...
I make a history roll?
You can, but your DC is going to be really high.
Okay,
What? 5. I'll consider it a 5% chance.
Okay, consider it 5%.
13 doesn't work.
Nope, no idea who he is.
I look at Ginseng. They're like, you know the guy?
Damned if I know. I said I don't know anything about these.
I'm also convinced right now that it's probably not even his real name.
That's probably quite true.
That is quite true.
But he is probably one of the brocade guard of the Emperor. And I need to find out more.
Yeah, let's find out more about him, I guess.
Hmm.
Entirely possible. Entirely possible. Okay, so unless anyone has anything else they want to do on their way to Xiangyang, we're going to end the session.
Okay.
Okay? All good?
Okay.
Okay,
All good.
so we are going to end the session now. Thank you everyone who's been tuning in to the stream so far. I hope that you've learned a little bit about Chinese history and literature and the tropes that we all throw around a little bit. Special shout out again to Balrog1911, who is having a charity giveaway this weekend. And I really hope that you join us. You join her during her stream over the weekend. Special thanks again to T4C, the Fourth Culture, for hanging out with us and for being just a generally good show that all of us really look up to and hope to become one day. All right, thank you everybody. Have a nice night.
Follow us.
Follow us, please. Thank you.
Thank you.